Well, when Detroit walked off the court in 1991,
Yes.
how did you feel when that happened?
Oh man, that was the coronation to our championship. That was the coronation to the throne. The fact that it was almost like they was pulling that carpet up to the championship for us. You know that y'all walking out is an actual um, affirmation that we didn't kick y'all ass, and that all in the mass whoopings y'all thought y'all was just gonna give us in perpetuity. Nah, brother, that ain't happening, dude. We got you, and we understood that it wasn't anything about y'all being that much better than us. It was just that we weren't mature enough and ready to win. And then once we became mature enough as a group to understand that all that old physical job is just because y'all not as good as us. Now we go ahead and play our game, and y'all gonna be eliminated in 4 games.
Okay, so then in 91, the Bulls get to the championships.
Yes,
And you guys played the Lakers with Magic Johnson.
absolutely.
Well, before game one, you actually approached both Jordan and Magic,
Right,
and you suggested that the teams not take the floor
right.
as a protest to the social injustice that's happening with black people in America.
And see, it wasn't just see, and that's I think my position at that point in time was we didn't have black owners, black management, black executives. At that point in time, we have an opportunity with 21 of the 24 athletes. You know, and that's one of the things I was talking to Horace Grant about that this morning because he called me to get clarification. And I was telling Horace, I was like, brother, when I was talking to y'all in 1991, half of y'all was looking at me like I had my third eye literally outside of my head. So when I would ask y'all, brothers, what about us boycott? It was so cursory to y'all. It was so like nonsensical. It was just a fleeting thought. So when I brought it to Magic and MJ, y'all didn't take it serious. I know y'all didn't. So it was, once again, it was serious to me. But in hindsight, could I have done it by myself and just sat down, but sacrifice that moment of work? Nah. And wouldn't nobody care. So for me, I understood how they looked at it at that period of time, and I saw how easy it was for them to cast aside the fact of how much power y'all truly have. That y'all actually got power to make these changes, but y'all don't even consider it as a serious thought process. Y'all don't even consider it to look at in 1963 when Jerry West and Elgin Baylor said that we were going to boycott the All-Star game, and we got a Players Association out of that. So their willingness to do it back then in 1963 gives you the ability to be Magic Johnson and Michael Jordan and whoever else has come after them, because we have all garnered on the sacrifices that those two players that we know of, let alone the unsung players that we don't know about, who sacrificed so that we could get this bread that we making today.
Well, when you brought up the whole boycott, Jordan told you were crazy.
Mm-hmm. And Magic said
Magic Johnson,
too extreme.
that's too extreme.
Mm-hmm. And you look at it. And to me, it was apropos for during that period of time. Look at the era that we was coming out of. The late 1970s, for those who don't know, was the NBA was teetering on collapse because it was too black. White supremacy racism was the bastion of sports. So those who come sit in the stands didn't want to come and watch brothers with gold chains, a whole team of the New York Knickerbockers, because they was an all-black squad. So you coming out of that. The NBA, who is a multi-billion-dollar conglomerate, understands marketing and appeal. 1978-79, you had the best thing that ever happened to basketball. You had Magic Johnson and Larry Bird. You have them playing in the national championship, so you have the good and bad rivalry set up for America. Black versus white, good versus evil. Whoa, we can make a shoe campaign out of this, Converse. You follow me? Now, marketing collective with basketball. Don't make any political statements. Don't do anything that's going to rock the boat on this commercial venture that we have. And y'all got a big part to play in this economically if we handle it right. If we don't make it too, Let's remain apolitical. So you have never seen the NBA Players Association come out in helping anybody on a political level, whether it was good, bad, or indifferent. We are a political organization, even though politics affects us so gratefully, but we won't say anything about that. So there was a group and cadre of players who came in the league at a period of time. I'm gonna say 7 to 8 years. Magic, Bird, Isaiah, MJ, Barkley. You follow me? Who are the faces of the league? All right? Those faces in the league, how much did they say about 900 murders in the city of Chicago? Rodney King. Where y'all at? And now, I'm saying where y'all at from a standpoint of when Isaiah says that if Larry Bird was a brother, he'd just be average. But because he's white, he's considered a certain kind of thing. And he backed up off of that. You know what I'm saying? Because the powers of be say, hey, you better go apologize. You better go apologize. Who told you to apologize? Who told you to make that apology? Or was it because you could see a certain amount of energy coming at you that could affect your bottom line, could affect you moving into upper management, could affect, and that's what happens to us, that our consciousness stops when a dollar is concerned. We don't give a fuck about black folks when money is to be made. And that saddens me, but it sickens me for our ancestors, because none of our black would have earned a dime. We still be in slavery had it not been for the sacrifices of some before us. So all of us, I tell people, and I say it now, until hopefully we come out of quarantine more courageous, more mature, unafraid and unapologetic, not about just unapologetically black, not that garbage, but unapologetic about right causes, about right human issues. What side are we on? Why is it that we can be dying at a level from this virus, but we still selling gym shoes? We're not telling our people go to the crib and study, research, drink some water, study why and how this is affecting you and your blood type and your bloodstream. What should you be vibing on? What should you be eating? Or should I just be vibrating on how much I can consume this product? How much revenue has been made from this last dance? Why now? Why are people lined up in Atlanta buying gym shoes? And I'm looking at it. I don't know when it happened. My son told me it was 5 days at a period of time while the last dance was going on. And I'm looking at it, I'm saying, brother, why don't you tell our people to go to the crib and hold down on that? But I'm listening to Max Kellerman. He says, oh, I understand why, Michael, it's a great marketing. Yeah, but it's great for what? It's deadly. For who? Not you. But because your people aren't suffering the way mine are and have. But the way that black folks have suffered, we are not supposed to talk about it or discuss it because it's not happening to the mainstream. And it's sickening, brother.